Have you ever stopped to wonder why certain men seem impossible to conquer? As if nothing affects them, as if they're immune to your charm. What I'm about to reveal today isn't something you'll find in romantic advice magazines or viral videos from love gurus. This information goes far beyond sweet phrases or tactics to trap him. It's something deeper, more instinctive, and far more effective. Carl Jung, the renowned Swiss psychologist, said that the unconscious doesn't just shape our dreams, it also shapes our relationships. And it's precisely at that level, deep within the male psyche, where true attraction happens. It's not about looks, sending perfect selfies, or telling him how incredible he is. The real connection occurs when you learn to activate his emotional desire, the one even he doesn't know he has. Yes, men also want to feel desired, but in a way completely different from what most women assume. While we tend to seek connection through words, they respond to subtle cues that appeal to their unconscious need for conquest, admiration, and meaning. This is where the secret comes in, the one almost no one teaches you. When you know how to communicate with his subconscious, he won't just think about you, he won't be able to stop. Imagine him missing you before he even realizes he likes you. Sounds exaggerated, right? But it's not. There are exact phrases, attitudes, and moments that activate a kind of emotional obsession in his mind. The problem? 99% of women don't know these keys and end up making mistakes that kill desire before it even begins. Do you know one of the most common mistakes? Believing that men want everything handed to them easily, without mystery. Grave error. Masculine desire grows in space, curiosity, and the unspoken. If you're too available, too focused on him, his mind and instincts will label you as already conquered. And once something is conquered, it loses value in his system. Jung explained that humans seek to complete what they lack, projecting onto others what they haven't yet integrated within themselves. When you embody, without saying a word, the part of him that's incomplete, he begins to see you not just as another woman, but as a fascinating figure who awakens something inside him he can't explain. That's what obsesses him. Let me share a real-life story. A friend named Valentina was beautiful, charismatic, and highly intelligent. Yet for some reason, she always ended up attracting men who lost interest. After a few weeks, she thought she was doing everything right, sending sweet messages, being always available, showing genuine interest. But that was the mistake. When she shifted her approach, stopped seeking approval, acted confidently without trying to impress, and set soft but firm boundaries, something changed. Suddenly, the same men who'd pull away started pursuing her. What changed? She stopped playing the game of people-pleasing and began using her feminine energy consciously. Attracting a man isn't about begging or chasing, it's about inspiring. To do that, you need to cultivate a presence that's felt even when you're not there. A man's mind works like a reward system. If he gets everything effortlessly, his brain dismisses it as unimportant. But if he feels he needs to earn you, that your attention isn't guaranteed, his desire ignites, not through manipulation, but basic neurological programming. Humans value what's harder to obtain. So what's the real secret to making a man obsessed with you? It's not using cliched phrases. It's becoming an unforgettable emotional experience. Jung spoke of archetypes, universal figures living in the collective unconscious. If you embody the archetype he needs, the Muse, the woman who inspires, challenges, and emotionally nurtures him, his mind won't let go. He won't think of you logically, he'll feel you with his entire being. A warning: if you fall into the trap of texting him every 5 minutes, asking what he wants in a woman, or trying to please him in everything, you're acting from insecurity and neediness. Neediness doesn't seduce, it repels. What truly enamors is emotional abundance, the sense that you're already whole, that you choose him because you want to, not because you need him to feel complete. Remember, men don't seek to understand you. They want to feel alive with you. They fall in love not with what you say, but how you make them feel when they're near. If you make him feel he can be himself with you, no judgments, no masks, he'll keep coming back. Because deep down, we all crave the same thing, a place where our soul feels at home. If you become that place, there's no competition, and if you think this is just the beginning, you're right. What comes next will show you how to use specific words, gestures, and silences to leave an emotional imprint. Men don't connect with you just through words. They connect through what you make them feel when you speak. This simple truth is ignored by most women. When you choose the right words with the right energy and intention, you activate deep parts of his subconscious, the same parts Jung explored in his theories. By touching that emotional symbolic layer, you awaken something in him he can't rationalize, only feel. When that happens, you're no longer just another woman. You become the one who makes him feel different. Let me give a common example. When many women see an attractive man, they say things like, "You're so handsome, you have a charming smile, wow, those eyes." The result, he's heard it 1,000 times, it's just noise. Instead, use a completely different approach, one that disrupts his automatic patterns and makes you unique. Next time you talk to him, say something like, "I'm impressed by how you think. It's rare to find men with such mental clarity. Why does this work?" While others feed his superficial ego, you touch his essence, his intelligence, worldview, authenticity. His mind lights up. Why does she see that in me? How? Does she notice what others don't? That's where the emotional connection begins. The power isn't just in the words, it's in the emotion you generate. When you speak calmly, confidently, without trying to impress or seek approval, he's drawn in without knowing why. It's emotional attraction, not logical, the kind Jung linked to internal symbols. You're not conquering him superficially, you're awakening a dormant part of him, making you unforgettable. Now, let's go deeper. Here are 3 specific phrases that activate deep attraction, but note they only work with authenticity. I don't know why, but there's something about you that draws me in differently. Why it works. His mind expects physical compliments. Instead, you introduce ambiguity and mystery. His subconscious races. What does she mean? What part of me attracts her? You've entered his head and won't leave easily. I like your energy. It's rare to meet someone with that vibe. Why it works. This isn't about his body or status. It's about his presence. It impacts his emotional ego, making him feel special for something he can't control, his essence. There's something about you that makes me feel at peace, but also confused. Why it works. You create emotional tension, a riddle. His mind obsesses over unresolved questions. Jung said unresolved thoughts linger in the unconscious. Congratulations, you've become his repetitive thought. Now, a hard truth. Just as certain words spark attraction, certain mistakes destroy it. Mistake number 1. Talking too much about yourself. Oversharing achievements, travels, or goals feels like forced self-promotion. He disconnects because you're not letting him discover you. Mistake number 2. Being too available. Replying instantly, always saying yes, canceling plans for him signals neediness. Jung would say this activates a negative archetype, the feminine shadow that diminishes itself for acceptance. Mistake number 3, seeking constant approval. Asking, "Do you like me? Am I doing this right?" shows you need his validation. Men are drawn to women who already know their worth. Mistake number 4, emotional desperation. Texting constantly, monitoring his online status, asking if he likes you. Desperation repels. Abundance attracts. How to avoid these mistakes. Speak less about yourself. Listen more. Be mysterious. Let him miss you. Stop seeking approval. Recognize your own value. Project calm security, not effort. Don't try to impress. Let him want to impress you. Key point. How to. Speak naturally and confidently, even when you're dying for him to like you. The secret, it's not what you say, but how you say it, and the energy behind it. Golden rule. Number 1. Speak slowly, with pauses. Fast speech reveals anxiety. Calm, clear speech projects magnetic security. Men feel they're with someone who doesn't compete for attention. She is the attention. Apply it. Next conversation, slow down. Pause. Use silence. When he shares something, don't respond immediately. Smile softly and say, "Have you noticed most people never say what they truly feel? With you, it's different." You're speaking to his subconscious. He'll wonder, why do I feel so at peace with her? Golden rule. Number 2. Use reverse psychology. Like cats obsessed with hidden objects, men desire what's not fully revealed. Don't be transparent. Plant curiosity. Instead of obvious compliments, say, "I shouldn't tell you this, but there's something about you most people don't see." His mind races. What did she see? Why won't she say it? When he asks, reply with a smile, "If I tell you, you'll probably think about it all day." Boom, you've planted an emotional seed. Marcus Aurelius said, "The human mind is designed to desire what it cannot control." Jung added, "What isn't made conscious manifests as destiny." When you awaken an emotion he doesn't understand, his subconscious turns it into obsession. Final tip, avoid seeming needy. Even if you really like him, if he feels like he's the prize, he'll pull away. Project a value by having your own world, goals, passions, feminine energy in motion. Transmit, "I like you, but I'm not here to chase. I'm here to see if you deserve to be part of my story." That message is emotional dynamite. Men obsess over what challenges them softly, not what begs. Needy women are like delivery services, always available. But you're here to create an emotional experience he can't get elsewhere. How to avoid approval seeking. Speak calmly, without anxiety. Prioritize your projects, growth, and rituals. Let your energy say, "I have options. You're not my only focus." If you've made it this far, you understand what most women never will. Attraction isn't about words. It's about how you make him feel. When you speak slowly and confidently, he senses your energy. "I don't need to impress you. I already like myself." Using reverse psychology subtly activates his curiosity, the engine of emotional obsession. He'll think of you incessantly, and when a woman enters that illogical, emotional zone, she becomes unforgettable. Most importantly, stop acting like the nice girl seeking approval. Cultivate a life so interesting, he'll wonder how to join it. When you're connected to your purpose and light, you become magnetic. In the end, men don't fall for women who chase. They fall for those who inspire, the ones who challenge them emotionally, making them feel they must rise to deserve her. Now it's your turn. Which strategy surprised you most? Which will you apply first? Write it below. If this video helped you, opening your eyes to real tools for awakening emotional desire, give it a like and share it with friends stuck sending paragraphs to men who don't reply.